What's cooking in Sun Valley? Today we have a delicious recipe as always, but this is perfect for lunch, dinner, or a snack. We are going to be serving some lentils, shredded chicken, bell pepper, cucumber with a very yummy lemony dressing and parsley. So are you ready? Let's go ahead, get your kids, get your great attitude in a big bowl, and we will go ahead and start cooking. Here are my ingredients. We have a bell pepper, and we are only going to use half of it for the recipe, a cucumber, a lemon, and 2 scallions. Let's go ahead and get ready to prep our veggies. All right, we are going to go ahead and start with our cucumber. The first thing we need to do is cut it in half. We will set it down. Remember to keep your eyes on the knife and your fingers away from it. We will go ahead and slice it in two. Whoop, okay? As you can see, it's called an English cucumber because it has a very thin skin and the seeds are very small. So we don't have to go ahead and take the seeds away. We are just gonna go ahead and chop it. And because we want to make squares, we are going to always remember, put this flat side down of the vegetable before you cut it. Very carefully, I am going to run my knife, slide it down the middle, okay? Now I have 2 flat sides. I will go ahead and put them side down again. Do one at a time, and I am going to cut lengthwise, okay, so that I'm making some stripes or some lines, okay. You see now they are long and skinny, and now I am just going to rotate it. Make sure all of your ends are together, and cut little squares of cucumber. The idea is to make them kind of small. See, they're like maybe like the size of my thumb or smaller, so that we can go ahead and mix it in with the lentils and they still have a really good crunch. And the idea is that all veggies have a little bit of a bite in them, so that when you go ahead and put the lentil salad on your mouth, you get a little bit of cucumber. So my first half is done. Now I will go ahead and do the second half. Same thing. I am going to cut the cucumber lengthwise, okay. I'm trying my best to keep a straight line, but you don't have to worry too much about it. All we need is the sizes to be about the same size. The pieces to be about the same size. Now I have all my ends together, and I will go ahead and again keep my eyes on the knife, my fingers away from it. And whoops, you see how all of them are so happy because now they're getting into little tiny squares. And this is how we prepare our cucumber. And this is all the way to the very end. And I think I am going to cut them individually now because it's getting kind of slippery. Okay. My cucumber is ready and diced. And now I'm going to go ahead and put it in the bowl. Now we are going to talk about a bell pepper. Bell peppers are not spicy at all. They're actually kind of sweet and mild in flavor. You can eat them raw or you can cook them, and today we will eat them raw. So I gave you guys 1 full bell pepper for your cooking kit, but we are going to go ahead and just use half of it for a recipe, okay? So I will teach you how to cut a bell pepper properly. Again, I have my bell pepper, and then I have a knife. As you see, it has kind of like a bottom and it has ridges. So the first thing I want to make sure is that my bell pepper is stable, okay? I am going to grab my knife. Remember, keeping my eyes on the knife and my fingers away from it. I will go ahead and cut like a lid, okay? See how I cut, but not all the way through. So what you do is you go ahead and you rotate it very gently, okay? So I am getting rid of the lid of the bell pepper. And once I have gone all the way around, I can take this out and most of the seeds come out. If you didn't do it quite, you can always cut all the way down, and that is also okay. So now I have my end. I will go ahead and make sure it's kind of straight. Again, keeping your eyes on the knife, I am going to cut the end. And now I have a hollow pepper. I am going to only use half of it, so I am going to cut it in half. Okay. And now I have half a bell pepper. So you see how it has little ridges in here? I will go ahead and cut it in segments along the ribs These are called the bell pepper ribs. These ones right here that have the seeds, we don't really want to eat them. They're not gross, they're just not pretty. And I'm going to cut this one in half. And again, this has the rib in there. I will go ahead and cut the ribs off. And now I have 2 flat pieces. And now the last one, ready? Same thing over here. I am discarding these, can go into the compost or trash. And now I have 3 flat bell pepper pieces. And the best way to do it is one at a time. Remember, kids, I like having the skin down so that it's easier to cut. So I will go ahead and do this again. Cut in stripes first. Keeping your eyes on the knife, your fingers away from it. Then you're going to turn it around and make little cubes. Think of the size of the cucumbers and kind of try and mimic it the same way. I got that side and now I have 2 more to go. Again, try and make it as stable as you can. Keep your eyes on the knife. And I gave you guys butter knives because they are sharp enough to do this job. So if you have somebody that's an adult that can assist you in chopping, that is great. You may use another one. But I think if you want to try and do it yourself, I would go ahead and use the butter knife, okay? All right, and now I have the last bit of my bell pepper. As you can see, it's again the long stripes. I will put them all together and then I will keep my eyes on the knife, cut away, cut away, cut away. Again, if grouping all of them gets slippery, you can do one at a time. And now I have my bell pepper ready, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the bowl. Okay, friends, how pretty is this? The green and the red together in my big bowl. This is a huge bowl, but I'm just using it because it's in the kitchen. You can use any bowl you have. Now, the next step on our recipe is using a lemon and then zesting it. I know that some of you already know how to do this, but let me remind you. A lemon, when you zest a lemon, you have to make sure you only zest the yellow part and don't go into the white part of the lemon. Because if you do, it's gonna be better instead of just really yummy and citrusy. And this is my old friend. Remember, we used it to shred carrots for your other recipe. So you need this, it's a flat grater. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can go without the lemon zest, but I really like it because it brings a lot of brightness to our dish. So again, you guys, be very careful. This has a guard that we need to take off, but you need to watch out for your fingers because it can be very sharp, okay? But I am now gonna get close to it. I am first going to take the guard off, okay? And you can do it on top of your bowl, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, kind of look at that. See, now that's white. We don't want to do the same thing again. So we rotate it, and it already smells delicious. And you want to make sure you keep on turning it so that only lemon zest and not the white part, which is called the pith, goes into your salad. And it's already smelling super fresh and citrusy. So all you do is look at your lemon, rotate it. See, I have little spots in there. Rotate it again. Look at your lemon again. It's a lesson in patience, but it's well worth it. Okay, and then I have some more yellow in here and some more white. So I am only doing the yellow, not the white. Maybe 1 or 2 times on the same spot. Maybe just 1 spot for the ones that are tricky. And if you get too close to any of the white part, let's just not do it, okay? So as you can see, there's some of lemon zest in here. So just go ahead and slide your finger. Whoop! Give it a go shake. And now we have lemon zest, the bell pepper, and the cucumber, and it already smells super yummy, okay? Now, after I have my lemon already zested, I am going to cut it in half and then add it in here. All right, are you ready? I will go ahead and get my cutting board again. Okay, remember, be very careful. Keep your eyes on the knife. I will go ahead and cut my lemonade too. And now, smell that. You can smell it at home. But see, this one doesn't really have that many seeds. If you do, I will show you a trick. If you have a lemon that has a lot of seeds, you don't want to bite into seeds because they're bitter. So you use your hand as a colander or a strainer, okay? So you go ahead and you squeeze a lemon. Of course, we have washed our hands before starting. And then, ooh, I cut a seed. See? All the lemon juice has gone in there, and then I have a little seed on my hand, right? Instead of that seed going on my salad, it's gonna stay in my hand, and I can go ahead, put it in the trash or the compost. Grab the second half of the lemon. You may think that's a lot of lemon juice, but you will see we're going to mix it with my herbs, my salt, pepper, and then of course lentils and chicken, and it's gonna be super yummy. All right, this side did not have a seed, and you wanna make sure you squeeze all of the lemon juice out. Squeeze it out, give it a good smell. Okay, we're ready. Okay guys, so in your kit, I included 2 scallions. However, in your recipe sheet, we don't have them because I spaced out, but it's okay. So what we are going to do is I'm gonna leave you to decide if you want these or not in a salad. I think they're gonna be a really great addition, and by now, you probably have used this 3 or 4 times. Green onions or scallions are super yummy, they're crunchy. They don't make your eyes cry as much as a red onion or a white onion, but it's gonna give a good balance to your salad. So I have them right here. We are going to chop them up, and one more time, the way we do it is we get rid of the root, okay? We don't want that. We'll put it in the compost bin. And then again, keeping your eye on the knife, we are going to make very thin slices, okay? And we don't go all the way up, but we use a little bit of the green because the darker green is not as tender. The lighter green is super good and delicious. And it honestly, it smells really good. Now, you may ask, what do you do with these things besides putting them in the compost? You know what I do is I put these bits in the freezer bag, like a Ziploc bag or a plastic bag, stick them in the freezer, and then you keep on putting all your vegetable ends or scraps. If you chop up an onion, if you do garlic or ends of carrots, whatever you don't use, and then we can make a really yummy chicken stock with all these other veggies that we already paid for. So just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye for that, okay? All right, back to my bowl. Scallion goes in. Okay. Look at this now. We have lemon juice, cucumber, red bell pepper, scallion, and lemon zest. And now we are going to go ahead and add everything else that we have. I put some dried parsley on your kit. I was a little generous, so I'm gonna do about half of the contents. Okay, leave half of it there. If you really like parsley, you can do the full amount, but the recipe calls for half of what I put in here. And with a spoon, I will go ahead and toss this up. All right, here we go. I am going to give this a quick toss, and then we are going to go ahead and add the lentils to this. Okay, I have my vegetable mix here. Now I will go ahead and add the lentils, and these lentils are already cooked just with water and salt. They're going to be super yummy, not too mushy, but actually al dente, which means it's like a good bite when you bite into it. And then we have some shredded chicken, okay? So easiest part of this whole recipe, dump the lentils in, and we are going to go ahead and stir all of this up. See how all the colors are getting incorporated, and it looks beautiful and it smells amazing. Okay, that is done, and now we add chicken, and this is all white meat. You can make the recipe without any meat and just make it vegetarian, or change the meat for turkey or ham or like shredded beef or like ground beef, whatever you want. So we are going to go ahead and incorporate all of that in. Okay. There we go. Give it a good toss so that everything smells super yummy. Okay. Now we need to add salt, pepper, and olive oil. Here we go. Salt, and again, I'm just gonna use half of it just to make sure I don't over salt things. Same thing with your pepper, just half of it. Okay, and then I will give it a good mix. We are now going to add the olive oil. olive oil is really good for you, and it's going to help everything become a salad and have some sort of a dressing. So we are going to open it up, and as you can see, it has a little seal in it. We are only going to use about 1 tablespoon at the very end. Hold it, whoop, open it up. And I have actually a measuring spoon here, but if you look at it, you can just count to 1, 2, and then drizzle it, and that is like about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is what I have in there. Again, now it's the time to season everything, mix it up, and then see like what else does it need, if it needs something else. So I am going to go ahead and toss it. And I'm sorry the camera is not on the right angle right now, but I will show you from here how it looks. Okay, all of this has been tossed. It has olive oil, salt, pepper, parsley, lemon zest, lemon juice, and now it's my favorite part. It's the bite. But see, I'm trying to fish a little bit of everything. There we go. We have some chicken, we have some cucumbers, some red bell pepper, and now it's time to test. Ready for the taste test? It's so good. I think you need salt. A little bit more salt. Mix it up again. Okay. Now, I don't want to stick my spoon again in here because I am going to share. But I don't want to use another spoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my spatula. And here you go. I'm going to try it again. Perfect. Delicious. Hi guys, still at the kitchen here, but now I'm wearing my mask because we have a special tester. Are you ready? Hold on. As you can see, it's our delicious salad, and I have a special tester.
Hi everybody. Miss Vivi gave me some lunch to try. I'm so excited. I love lentils so much, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this too.
What do you think, Mr. Glenn?
So good. It's tangy and crunchy and delicious.
Yay!
I miss you guys. Bye.
Do we have a thumbs up?
Absolutely thumbs up.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glenn.
Bye.